What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming at you guys with another video. So, as you all know, Saturday is the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and I'm going to give you guys my predictions on what I think is going to happen. I'm just going to be reading the matches off my phone here. And the first match, Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. In this match, it can go either way because I've been kind of hearing it speculate if Cody Rhodes does come. That's a possible match that they might want to have, but I don't know if that's true yet until it happens. Another match that I've been hearing surrounding The Miz is Dominic versus The Miz. So I feel like if that's the match that they're going to go with for Mania, personally, I would love to see Rey versus Dominic, even if nobody turns on anybody, just a straight up exhibition, fun type of match. So, but for the sake of this match, if I have to pick anybody, I'm gonna have The Miz pick up the win here. I feel like it kind of makes sense from a standpoint to have him get the win here. Well, I don't know. Even though he did stand tall in the go home, usually when you stand tall during the go home, it kind of ensures that you're gonna lose, but. And sometimes it doesn't even play a factor, but in this case, I don't think it's going to play a factor too much. So I have The Miz picking up the win here over Rey Mysterio. The next match, Naomi and Ronda Rousey versus Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair. So this match was basically like set up last week, even though some people were saying it's going to be set up like during like a segment that's going to take place this week on SmackDown. But it did happen last week. They announced it that this match is going to take place. I can see this one going either way as well because Charlotte's one of their bigger stars. But the thing is, you know, like how they do Brock Lesnar when they go to Saudi Arabia, they throw a lot of money at him to do this and do that. Maybe I feel like that might be a factor into Ronda Rousey being over there as well. So I have Naomi and Ronda Rousey picking up the win here. The next match is a Falls Count Anywhere match with Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Now, we already know Happy Corbin is going to get involved so many times during this match. We can already admit that that's going to happen. But the question is who's going to win here. I do see Drew McIntyre winning here. I feel like they're going to continue building him back up to be in the main event picture to possibly challenge Roman Reigns after WrestleMania. So I do think they're going to continue booking him strongly so he can be a credible contender for Roman after Mania. So I do have Drew McIntyre winning here. The next match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, we have the Usos versus the Viking Raiders. In this match, I do see the Usos winning simply because I don't think that they built or put a lot of time in the Viking Raiders in the midst of this feud been going on. They haven't really been giving them a strong showing. They made them look weak. So I do think that's going to play a factor. So I do have the Usos retaining the SmackDown Women's Championships. I don't think they're going to probably lose the championships and probably till maybe Mania is at the very least. So I don't think they're going to drop the titles here. The next match for the Raw Women's Championship, we have Becky Lynch versus Leto. In this match, I do see Becky Lynch retaining here. It'll be a good match for Lita for sure, but I don't think they're going to put the title on her. Maybe she'll, if she wins any titles, it'll probably be like the women's tag titles or something like that. But as far as singles, I don't think they're going to give her a championship run here. I don't know. But I know for a fact they're not going to give her the championship. I think if Becky Lynch is going to keep that championship until Mania, to where she eventually drops it to hopefully Bianca Belair to finish up that story. So the next match, and it's a number one contenders match for the Raw Women's Championship. We have Rhea Ripley, Nikki ASH, Bianca Belair, Doudrop, Liv Morgan, and Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss was recently announced to be the final participant in the Elimination Chamber match. I kind of saw that coming. I wish they kind of kept it as a surprise, but it's WWE at the end of the day. They always want to spoil the surprises for a cheap pop. I wish it kind of could have been Asuka or returning Bayley or something like that. Who knows? Maybe they'll save them for like the night after or at the pay-per-view itself. So we'll just have to wait and see. But in this match, I don't see Doudrop winning. I don't see Nikki ASH winning. I love Liv Morgan, but I don't think they're going to give the win to her here either. Alexa Bliss, she's credible. I feel like whoever wins here's the thing. the person that wins this match is gonna have to be a babyface because Becky Lynch is a heel. But the thing is, with her being a heel, she still gets cheered. So I don't know how you. It depends on how you book this because I wouldn't be upset if Bianca didn't win, right? But it should win. It makes all the sense because you can finish that feud that they had in the summer of last year. She can finally get a redemption, and so on and so forth. Not Nikki A, but Rhea Ripley. She had a strong showing in the gauntlet match this past week on Raw, and I feel like you shouldn't just ignore that. And she was in the final two with her and Bianca. Now I don't know if they're gonna give her the win here, but she did have a strong showing nonetheless. But if I have to pick somebody to win, I'm gonna go with Bianca to win. But if I have to pick her like a shocking pick, or not a shocking pick, but more like another pick, but that wouldn't be in people's minds, but would kind of shock people a little bit, Alexa Bliss. But I don't think. Here's the reason why I wouldn't pick Alexa Bliss, because if she was to win, if she won the Elimination Chamber match, I feel like it should have been on the SmackDown brand, because if she did, then she can finally get her revenge on Charlotte Flair for what she did to Lily. So I feel like for this reason, that alone, I feel like I wouldn't give her the win here. So I'm going to go with Bianca Belair to win the Elimination Chamber match. The next match for the Universal Championship, we have the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, defending the Universal Championship against Goldberg. In this match, Roman's going to win. He needs to Goldberg. He needs to squash him simply how Goldberg did to Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series 2016. And he doesn't need the Usos or any outside interference. He should just straight up beat Goldberg and move on to Brock Lesnar at the next pay-per-view, which is WrestleMania. The next match, which is more likely going to probably be the main event of the night for the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley defending the WWE Championship against Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Riddle, and Austin Theory inside the Elimination Chamber match. In this match, I know a lot of people are going to say Brock Lesnar because they've been teasing this title versus title match for so long. But the thing is, I don't know if USA and Fox would let that happen. That's my only thing. Now, if they let that happen, then it's going to happen. But I don't know if two companies that are going back and forth for competition with each other will allow them to put two titles on one person. That means, so, like, if Brock won, he will have the WWE Championship for USA, but also have the Universal Championship from SmackDown, which is on Fox. So I don't really think that they will go through with that. So, and if I have to pick, I know but Austin Theory, he's not going to win. I've been enjoying what he's been doing lately, but I think he needs to get some more credible wins so he can keep being built up to be a credible challenger, because right now in the position he's in, I don't see him winning right now. Now, if you want to continue booking Austin Theory, maybe put him in the U.S. Championship division. He can do some great matches over there. AJ Styles, I would love to see him winning. A lot of these people that's in this match have a strong case to win. AJ, he can win the WWE Championship, have his dream match with Edge for the WWE Championship. You have something to fight for. So, but in the sense of that, you really don't need a championship for that feud. It kind of writes itself. So I don't really know. Riddle, I mean, he's still doing his tag team stuff with Randy, but it would be kind of interesting to see him win the WWE Championship as like a shocking type of pick, because you can have him face Randy at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Maybe Riddle feels upset that, oh, you left me high and dry to get beat up by the what do you call it, dude? I can't even, the Alpha Academy. You can say, oh, you left me high and dry, and then he turns on him, and that kind of sparks the feud going into Mania with them too. Another one I can see is Seth Rollins. He's been the MVP of Monday Night Raw, and I feel like you should give him. It's been a while since he's been a champion, so why not give him the championship? Continue the feud with because I don't know I don't really know if there's a clear thing for him at WrestleMania, because so far he was supposed to have. I was under the impression that we were going to get Seth win the WWE Championship, defended against Kevin Owens at Mania, But now it's kind of turning a little bit because it seems like Kevin Owens might be facing the returning Stone Cold at WrestleMania. So I don't really know what Seth is going to be doing, but I know he needs to be in a top spot for sure. So I really don't know. I don't really know. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna just go on a limb here. I know the safest pick would be Brock Lesnar, but I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins to become the new WWE champion. It might seem a little bit unorthodox, but maybe you kind of reward him for what happened at the Royal Rumble, and then also you can say the same for Riddle. He was supposed to win the Royal Rumble, but because Brock won, it didn't happen. So maybe you reward him for kind of screwing him over at the Royal Rumble, give the title to Riddle, or give it to Seth, because both of them totally deserve a championship run right now. And for Riddle, he is hot right now. He is doing the best work of his career, so he's in his prime and everything. I do see him being a WWE Championship champion by the end of the year. Maybe hold off on him winning the championship and maybe have him win the Money in the Bank contract. That'll be interesting, have him win the Money in the Bank and then have him cash in and become champion. So we'll just have to see. But in this match, I am going to go with Seth Rollins to pick up the win and become the new WWE champion. Those are my picks. Like, comment, subscribe. If you hit the post notification bell if you haven't already. Oh, and also comment down below who are your predictions. We'll have a little conversation. I want to hear what you guys have to say, your predictions. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.